Welcome to Rockville, Daytona International Speedway. This was a weekend I will never forget, to say the least. It's one of those things where you're living through it and you're seeing all this craziness and you're just knowing that these are things that are happening and that you're seeing that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. And that's exactly what happened. As you can see in the picture, I'm going to get to that. DJ Lethal brought me up on stage. Yes, it is true. DJ Lethal brought me up on stage in front of 75,000 people right after Limp Bizkit played Break Stuff, and we took a picture on stage. That's real. I just have to keep telling myself that that's real, because at some point I feel like I'm going to wake up and it doesn't seem real. And then just after that, Danny Wimmer introduced me to Fred Durst. I mean, that's insane. I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. I really haven't said that out loud a lot. These are really special moments for me, and it's like the most motivation that I could ever have. I've always loved doing this, but I'm so much more motivated having seen how many of you, meeting so many of you this past weekend, getting so much support, having so many great conversations, taking a whole lot of pictures, overwhelming seeing how many of you were there, and it was just too good. It was just amazing. And so I'm going to go through all of my pictures and videos with y'all and just talk about everything as we just go right through this, just right from my phone, right to you directly, no bullshit, and just go through all these special moments that I will never forget and tell you a lot of the backstories behind the photos and a lot of what has just been filmed that's really, really crazy that you're going to be seeing on this channel in the very near future. There have been a lot of great podcasts that have been filmed here. Down at Welcome to Rockville, I just shot with Johnny Hawkins from Nothing More as well. At Rockville, we shot a number of podcasts. We've got stuff coming with everyone from Architects to Slaughter to Prevail, Nita Strauss, POD. Really a lot of great stuff happening. I met a lot of people. I'm going to have some interesting stories about so many cool musicians that I met and got to talk to. So let's just jump into it. Take a look at all things Welcome to Rockville. If you haven't been, I just want to say up front, they're not paying me to say this. This is the truth. If you haven't been to Welcome to Rockville, you need to go. If you love rock music, you should try to go at least once. It's worth a vacation. If you really love this music, you should really think about going to Welcome to Rockville. 4 days of essentially part huge giant rock show, part town of people that all love the same music you love and are having a great time and partying, part theme park, part food destination, you name it. There's just so much there. And then you're surrounded by one of the most iconic racing venues, the most iconic racing venue of all time. And so this is what went down this weekend at amazing Welcome to Rockville at Daytona International Speedway. So we're going to go just directly through all of these unforgettable memories straight from my phone at Welcome to Rockville, all the people I got to meet, all the amazing conversations I had. I want to memorialize this directly. You can probably even see from the thumbnails right here, there are already some familiar faces in these pictures, and it was nothing but good vibes all weekend long at Rockville. So there I am trying to look cool out here at the Rockville entrance. They've got it all tricked out. You know, you really feel special when you walk in. It's a great photo opportunity. They do such great design. And they've got the racing numbers and everything up. Really cool. Just trying to look cool in the picture, you know, standing under the arch. And then it's hard to ignore right there. First of all, the Nickelback Fan or Liar shirt. You just can't go wrong with it. You know what I mean? You just can't go wrong with that. Right in front of the Significant Other album cover, you already know I was going to run right to that. Had to get a pic with the, they have these huge, gigantic, many of you that have gone know they have these huge, gigantic album covers every year. And I just couldn't get over the fact that Limp Bizkit was playing. And so this is minutes after I got there. Walking around here, Jose Mangan. Shout out to my boy Jose, always great to see him. And then, you know, we just took this one picture, but we really could have taken like 15 pictures because Jose is just everywhere at the festival grounds, meeting so many people and out there having a great time and just carrying the torch for rock and metal as he always has so well and continues to do so. But just the good vibes with that guy. You always see him. You just can't help but smile. He's always smiling. And, I just think so highly of Jose, just a awesome dude. And so many people at these festivals love him. And they have these experiences. This is the whiskey bar here. They got the Blackened Burger as well, the burger box that they were doing. I did a promo for that with them. But you can see these kind of experiences that they have all over the festival grounds. Very nicely done. Get you some of that blackened whiskey. It's incredible. Skillet, baby. Skillet always puts on a great show. Monster. Time lapse. And this is walking to see Sleep Theory. I do remember that, and I remember going, damn, this dude can sing. I haven't seen them live before, but I've heard their music. You gotta listen to this guy's voice. Hell yeah. Hell was full. So I went to Rockville. Okay, and now we're in for a treat. Again, I'm just going to be telling a lot of stories about this. Just kind of walking you through my entire weekend and just reciting this all from memory. Ladies and gentlemen, walking through the lounge, and who do I see? Folks, you think I had to go say what's up. I had to go say what's up. Ronnie Radke there. Amazing. We talked here for a minute. Talked about the podcast, how well it's doing, and Ronnie was just so complimentary and just so fun to talk to. And the thing that I feel when I talk to Ronnie is that in a lot of ways we have a lot of similarities, and our personalities. I think a similar sense of humor, but he's very easy to talk to. When you talk to him, we just get along really well when we communicate, and it's like we're on the same wavelength. As you saw from that episode, a lot of people were saying like, dude, it's just like two bros sitting down. That was the first time I've ever like verbally talked to him ever. We talked a lot through social media, but that was the first time I'd ever been like communicated with him. And then, we talked, but it's like just like we're just immediately kind of laughing and having fun talking, and just so cool to see him and get this picture. And then right after that, a few minutes later, Slaughter to Prevail. Alex has the contact in. Jack in the back as well. These guys are so much fun to hang out with and just really funny guys. And stay tuned, because this is just in passing. They were busy. They were on the way to go do something. These festivals are very busy. But we'll be seeing them again. We will be seeing them again on this journey through my pictures. And who's next? Shooting a little podcast with the one, the only Co Wetzel. He's very big in country, but he's also doing a lot in rock music, and I think you're going to be seeing and hearing a lot more from Co Wetzel in the near future. He's got new music coming out, new music on this week as well. You can check his stuff out, but he's got a lot of the vibes that you kind of get from a combination of things like Hardy, obviously Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll, a lot of Southern rock, Texas country vibes with him, but he does rock very well also. And so cool dude, had a great conversation with him. Glad to have him on the podcast, because I really enjoy his music, and he was just as cool as I thought he would be talking to him. So I think this is now is this Friday now? Yeah, this is Friday. Okay. This is where it all began. This is what much of this video is about. That's DJ Lethal. Y'all know this. This is DJ Lethal right there. And so when I see Limp Bizkit, that is the band. That's the band that really started it all for me. 98, 97, the $3 bill y'all era as well. This band for me, I told this to DJ Lethal. Kids these days have Minecraft. I had Limp Bizkit. I had the red hat. I had whatever you want. I had the wallet chain. I had all that shit, man. I was a bad little kid that was just like on my stairs, annoying my mom and dad, just like, I did it all for the nookie. Like, I'm like 8 years old. They're like, what is wrong with this kid? So I'm talking to DJ Lethal. this is where it all starts. And Franco is there as well. Shout out to Franco, the dude rules. And so we're just chilling, kind of talking, and I'm trying to pick DJ Lethal's brain, and just we're having a quick talk, and I've got a bunch of podcasts coming up. And he's like, dude, at the end of the show, come up on stage and take a picture with me. And I'm like, bro, like, am I gonna get my ass beat if I do that? Like, I'm not. We've seen on this channel what happens when you run on stage and you're not supposed to. Good things don't happen. But no, Franco's like, bro, I got you. And like, Franco more than had me, because I was pretty nervous about that. And Franco like made sure that I felt great. He got me side stage pass, all this stuff, and like, stand right here. I will come get you. I'll tell you exactly when. I knew exactly when I was supposed to go. So I didn't feel like I was going to get my ass beat if I walked up on stage. And so I go up there. DJ Lethal was ready. All these guys are such pros. And again, we haven't gotten there yet. I don't want to spoil it because I'm going to show you some more stuff. But like, they had blown the doors off the place, to say the least. Plus, a star-studded event. Not only did you have Jelly Roll up on stage, you had the host, ladies and gentlemen, of the upcoming Loserville tour, the one, the only Riff Raff. And Fred Durst brought him out, and he did Tiptoeing in My Jordans. It's amazing. Let's keep going. I could go on about DJ Lethal and Limp Bizkit for like 2.5 hours. But DJ Lethal, cool dude, funny dude, great vibes. Love DJ Lethal. They say don't meet your heroes, but these guys fucking rule. Really cool stuff. This is Flat Black. These guys, Jason Hook on the right, formerly of Five Finger Death Punch, hell of a player. They've got Corey Taylor featured on one of their new songs. This is a band, strongly recommend you check them out. Listen to their hooks. They've got crazy hooks, crazy choruses that are just so catchy. Great band. Really, really good band to watch. They're touring a lot. They're really getting out there. Keep watching these guys. I think great things are going to happen for them. And a lot of people in music really respect Jason Hook. And so this dude's a total pro, amazing guitarist, great songwriter as well. You're going to see more out of them for sure. Cody Ash. Cody. It's my boy. I love this guy. Every time I just feel like we're related or something. For some reason, every time I see him, I just feel like I've known him for 20 years. He's just one of the, I don't know. It's another thing. Like we just connect, and he is so funny and so cool. And, we're going to shoot a full-blown podcast at some point with him. I really should have done that at Rockville, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen this year. But Cody, getting ready to take the stage with Jelly Roll. He's Jelly's drummer. Great guy. Chatting with him there. Got a picture with him backstage. And it was just a hell of a time there with my boy Cody. Now, let's see who's coming next, folks. Oh, that's right. Slaughter to Prevail backstage right before they come out at Rockville. It's about to go down, and it was like a scene out of a movie. I know these guys. I love these guys. I didn't want to bother them before their set. Let them get concentrated. You've got Alex is over there like shadow boxing and shit. I'm like, everybody watch your head. Watch your head. He's like, there's a bunch of people around. Like, this dude's throwing haymakers over there. And of course they go out and just destroy it. One of the most lit sets of the weekend, of course. You can look in the crowd and you'll see that from the videos I'm just going to show you here. But yeah, I mean, these guys, check this out.
I want to see you guys smash. You can fucking do this.
So sick, dude.
Hear how pumped I am? Having a blast. See how pumped the crowd is? All right, check. Y'all know this. got a little battle scar there from the show, and but he's all smiles. But I'm like, bro, take it easy. Don't hurt yourself. We want you to be around for a long time. He said only on special occasions. So wild. Unlike anything I've ever seen. Slaughter to Prevail, folks. Unlike anything I've ever seen.
Andrew, this is my boy Ari. He's telling me he's watching the channel, but he said something in particular. When did you first start following me?
I've been following you since you did that song with Andrew Baina back in the day. Hell yeah!
And look who I found while I was watching some bands. You had Dustin from Starset in the house. I was telling Dustin, I was punishing Dustin a little bit. I was like, I listen to your music all the time in the gym, bro. I listen to your stuff all the time. I'm like screaming at him. Great guy, great musician. If you haven't listened to Starset, you're missing out. They just dropped a new song recently as well. Very cool guy. Really enjoyed talking to him and talking to him in person. So you got here the epic moment. This might not be the exact clip, but Falling in Reverse played one of the best sets of the weekend, and you've got Tech Nine coming out, and you've got Alex Terrible coming out as well. Check this shit out.
In our lives, thank you so much, for reals. If you're struggling out there right now, dude, I know how it feels. I'm up here now, but I was where you were at some point. If you're struggling with drugs, depression, all that shit, man, I get it. You can get fucking through this, I swear to God. I went to prison, I got out of prison, and now I'm standing on this fucking stage. You can do anything, man, I promise you, man.
All right, here's when Alex came out to do part of Ronald. Tech Nine over there as well, the legend. I want to show you, this clip does not do this justice, but you've got to know, anyone who's been to Daytona, how steep are these roads? It's so steep. Check this out.
Daytona Speedway, look at how, it's hard to tell how high up that goes, but it's like crazy vertical. Crazy.
My boy Cody on the screen. We saw him earlier in the day. Here he is up on stage crushing it with the legend Jelly Roll. I love everybody. I love Jelly. Such an amazing band. Nobody does it like them. Nobody's doing it like them right now. And check it out. Yeah. So hype, dude. I get so hyped. I love that part. So hype. Love all those guys. And then there's Jelly, just absolutely nobody as charismatic as Jelly Roll. And we'll be seeing him again later for a legendary moment. But Jelly Roll just commanding the stage up there at Welcome to Rockville. And such a cool lineup. So many different artists here. And okay, oh yeah, by the way, gotta pay tribute to the late great Toby Keith, ladies and gentlemen.
Never thought of running away and settling down. Would you marry me if I asked you twice and begged you pretty please? She just danced in a New York minute. They never tied the knot.
Just wanted to bust into that and just pay tribute to him. So this is an epic picture of me and Franco right before Limp Bizkit is about to take the stage. The show hasn't started, and then you're going to see what happens with me and DJ Lethal at the end. But here's a few clips from this legendary headline set from Limp Bizkit at Welcome to Rockville. Don't stop believing. Are you ready for this? Watch this crowd. shake. Wow.
Wow.
Dude, I can't get over that. Got the classic festival blow up doll in the crowd. Gotta always have one of those at every festival. Lethal up there killing it. This is the moment when Fred surprised the crowd bringing out Jelly Roll after he just performed.
Oh my God! Ladies and gentlemen, Jelly Roll!
And then he brought out Riff Raff. See him on the tour this summer with Limp Bizkit, Loserville tour. You know we got to go see that. All right, now this is the picture. This is the picture. Look at the expression on my face. Pure, unadulterated shock. Look at my face. I'm in disbelief. It doesn't even seem real. This is right after Limp Bizkit ripped Break Stuff. I wasn't even sure if, you know, sometimes people say stuff. I just don't try not to overthink it. I don't want to be like, okay, it'll either happen or it won't, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so I wasn't sure, you know, but like DJ Lethal made this shit happen. And, you know, Franco comes over and gets me. He made it so easy. Franco was so amazing. And I just walk right up. I stand there also for like a minute or so with Franco. And then he brings me up. I get my picture with Lethal. And I'm just like, dude, I'll never forget this. And I won't. Like, look at that picture. I'm framing this and putting it on my wall. And DJ Lethal, just such a great dude. And I just really appreciated this since I was a kid, been a fan of Limp Bizkit, and to see the love that they're getting and where they're going, and the band is just putting on some of the best shows of their career, and it's just amazing. And so Loserville tour this summer, you know I'm going to be going to that. It's just amazing. I cannot believe this picture happened. If you told me that when I was a kid, if you had shown me this picture, if I had a time machine when I was a kid and you showed this to me, I'd break down in tears. I wouldn't believe it. And you just, you know, you don't know if stuff like this is going to happen, but if you had a window into the future and I could see this, it's like a lot of the hard times would be so much easier because you know what lies ahead. And, you know, that's just the beauty of life. But it was a real full circle moment for me. And I've thought about this every day since it happened. Or I've told somebody or talked to somebody about it, and I just can't believe it. And I'll always be thankful to DJ Lethal and Franco for making this happen, and to Limp Bizkit for making this happen. And I thought this was insane enough. I thought this was crazy enough. So I'm backstage right after Limp Bizkit finishes their set, and I run into Danny Wimmer, and I'm like, bro, that was insane. That was incredible. And he's like, have you met Fred? Because he knows how much I love Limp Bizkit. And he introduced me to Fred. And I got a picture with him, and Fred was so cool to me. And so thankful to Danny and Fred. And just another picture that I look at, and it just doesn't even seem real. It's just amazing. I'm just still in disbelief. I know that sounds crazy to say, but I'm just like, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that happened. Like, I just grew up loving Limp Bizkit, and then, you know, to have met him, and then to met him under the circumstances. And, you know, Danny had a lot to do with their career early on, and he's such an awesome dude. And like, just all of this is mind blowing. All right, this is, I want to say day 3. This is the fit check for day 3. I got the Dog the Bounty Hunter / Taylor Swift shirt. Got the camo long pants on. It had cooled down a little bit. Got the cool shades on. And the shoes I had to buy at a shoe store because I left my shoes at home like a dumbass. I had to go and buy shoes at the beginning of the festival because I didn't bring any. Yep. Tim Montana in the house, shot a little cool little video with Power Hour and Tim Montana that was really fun. As soon as I got on the site, ran into them, and they're like, you want to be in this skit? I'm like, hells yeah. All right, you got Mammoth crushing it. Wolfgang Van Halen, you'll see him later. What a voice. Nobody puts on a show quite like these guys. A Day to Remember. Hell of a show from this band. Check them out. Try not to miss me when I'm gone. What? So good. So good. Love A Day to Remember. I need A Day to Remember on the podcast, guys. Can somebody call A Day to Remember and ask them to come on the podcast, please? I love them so much. They're so good. And that was also I just was reminded. I knew this. I've always known this. I've always felt this. But I just reminded, like, damn, dude. They're so good live. One of the more, the crowd was very pumped up. You know, they're from Florida. The crowd was loving them. Some A Day to Remember. As you can see. Yeah. All right, Code Orange. Code Orange. If you haven't seen Code Orange, you're really missing out. This live band, oh my God. So good. They're just so good. And I watched it with my boy Joey Sturgis. Joey Sturgis, legendary producer, hilarious dude, great hang, fun guy to hang out with. So awesome. We were chilling there watching, went and watched a couple bands, and good times. Always great to see Joey. Hopefully he keeps coming back, because I'm going to keep coming back, and we all keep coming to Rockville, baby. All right, this was a fun moment from Foo Fighters set. Little prank pulled by good old Dave Grohl. Also, you'd be very proud of me. I was walking and I saw Dave Grohl. I was 5 to 10 feet away from him. I didn't bother him for the picture. Didn't bother him. Didn't want to bother him. Just kept walking. Just kept walking. It was hard, but I knew it was the right thing to do. And I just said, don't bother the man. Just kept it moving. But I did see Dave Grohl, and I thought that was sick. And he was like having a great time. He was talking to somebody and smiling. He was talking to Matt Pinfield, and he was smiling and having a great time. And just the vibes were just great. Everybody was having a freaking blast at Rockville. This is a great moment here from Dave Grohl.
I can't do a
And a surprise guest.
fucking solo. You want to see me do a fucking guitar solo right now?
Yeah! This is
You
funny.
want to see me do a guitar solo right now? All right, ready, motherfuckers? Here we go.
Yeah, wow. Dave can really play. He can really play. Shredder. Dude, awesome. Wait a minute. His hand's not on it. It's Wolfgang.
That is awesome.
That's so funny. I thought they might do something with Wolfgang at the festival. I don't know. I just like, they seem like they're very cool. POD. All right, Sunday. This is the last day of the festival. I'm just going to go through this pretty quick because it was a very busy day of podcasts. Just going to run through, POD. I've been listening to them so long. One of my favorite bands. They're on the podcast. It's a great episode. After that, very special, longer episode with Sam Carter from Architects. I've been wanting to have him on for a while. one of my favorite vocalists in the game. It's a really cool conversation that we had. Sam from Architects. Don't want to miss that. Coming soon to the podcast. Next few weeks. Ran into Inner Shikari. Shout out to Inner Shikari. Very cool band. You've got Nita Strauss and her husband Josh as well. Josh V. The newlyweds right here having their honeymoon at Welcome to Rockville. So cool. So great to get Nita on the podcast and also to catch up with Josh. They are just awesome and such a great show. That was so cool. This is me just this is just the vibe of when you're walking around the festival grounds. Check it out. The weather was so great this weekend.
All right, so this is like 20% of the site. The site here is massive, absolutely gigantic. As you can see, it goes on. That's probably 200 yards. And I'm probably at the midpoint of the site. If you look all the way back, it's gigantic. It's gigantic here. So many people.
All right, shut up, idiot. This is a really cool moment. You've got Derek Whibley from Sum 41, band I've listened to for so many years, so many great hits. And I did a video about Sum 41. They were, this is their final tour, and I was just like, I've been listening for so long. Derek sent me a message and was like, dude, I've watched your channel for a while. It was really cool that you made a video about us. Thanks for the kind words. It just blew my mind. And I'm like, what? So then I finally got to hang with him in person. And he's a very funny guy. He's an amazing storyteller. He's an amazing storyteller. He's just telling me stories from the career. And I'm just like, dude, we've got to do a podcast. Just a legend of the game, and just has a memoir coming out, has a book coming out that, as I understand it, has some wild stories in it that you don't want to miss. And just Derek, just awesome. Sum 41, such a great band. We must have sat there and talked for like an hour, and it was really, really special to get there and sit with him. And, I just had a blast. And it was something, it was one of the top moments of the festival for me. One of my favorite moments of the entire thing, as great as it was sitting down and just picking his brain and hearing so many cool stories on the bus. It was for sure one of my favorite moments of the entire weekend. And as I was walking back, I ran into a legend of the game, Corey Brennan. He has been Slipknot's manager for their whole career, pretty much. Absolute legend of the game. He's a manager of so many other people. Super nice dude. Always so cool to see him. And very, very nice guy, and just awesome. He's done so much for rock and metal and so much for Slipknot as well over the years. This is me and Jason from Breaking Benjamin. Love all those guys, the homies. So much fun. Always a good time seeing them. Sam Carter watching over us in the back while they're absolutely ripping it during Architect's set. And folks, it's me with the fellas. It's me with the boys. What more can I say? Closing out Welcome to Rockville strong. Closing out strong. Slaughter to Prevail. And yes, we filmed, and you'll be seeing it. We filmed something cool, and I can't wait for you all to see it. Amazing times. Just an amazing weekend, and I'm just so grateful to have had this experience that I'll never forget. And we're looking forward to next year, y'all. I don't know how you keep topping this, but somehow you do. But if you were at Welcome to Rockville, if you came and said what's up, or if you saw me and didn't say what's up, come say what's up next time. I loved meeting all of you. That was the ultimate highlight of this trip, was talking to so many of you. It was shocking. It was shocking how many of you knew the show. I was shocked by it in a good way, but it was amazing. It was the highlight. It was an honor to meet every single person, and literally every single person I talked to. It was just a great conversation, and I appreciate that, and I just enjoyed it from the bottom of my heart. Folks, that's the latest right here from Rockfeed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for the latest news and updates about your favorite bands.